VolunteeringWA is actually the peak body for all volunteer involving organisations around Western Australia. So we have a membership now of 556, I beg your pardon, 565, I get that wrong. We have a membership of 565 and growing. And they're large and small volunteer involving organisations that involve many, many hundreds of thousands of volunteers collectively. So we work with those organisations to look at best practice in volunteering, to look at national standards in volunteering, to train volunteers, to look at specialist programs, to make volunteering an inclusive activity. We also manage the state and the national database for volunteers. So our Western Australian database or IT system, which was called Victor Online, is actually used as the national, the back end of the national system, which is called Go Volunteer, Seek Volunteer. So we, through that, we have direct contact with volunteers. They can just go online 24/7 and look at volunteering opportunities, or they can create a volunteer profile for themselves and opportunities will come to them.
Yes, so VolunteeringWA is almost like the connection between all the different parts, isn't it? It pulls it all together.
It is, and we are, we really like to think that we are very much working from the ground up, and that we have a real connection with organisations out in the community that involve volunteers and with the community, because volunteering has to be driven by the community. If the community has a willingness and it really is in their DNA to volunteer, that's what we're trying to encourage and also make accessible, and to touch that so that people then have very good opportunities to go and give their time, give their talents to, and again, everybody wins.
This is where you can help organisations get their volunteers and keep their volunteers.
Yeah, indeed we can, and we offer a lot of advice and a lot of resources, and we have staff that work on one-to-one or in larger groups with organisations to I suppose get those systems and the good policies and procedures in place in their organisation. As well as VolunteeringWA, we work closely with a whole network of volunteer resource centres around the state. So we have a volunteering hub at each university of Western Australia, and we have about 35 or 36 volunteer resource centres or hubs around the state. So pretty well anywhere where you can go in from Geraldton downwards,